Look, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. About 3 hours ago, my finger was hovering over the delete button for this entire video because I was utterly sick of the fake smiles and sanitized lies told in this industry. I almost didn't hit record today. Hey, my name is Isai Rodriguez, and this is Home Business Hustle. If you're a working dad who's tired of being successful on paper but broke on time, then you're in the right place. We don't do the guru hype here. We don't do the laptop on a beach lifestyle fairy tales. We just do the work that actually works. So let's get right into it. So I want to start today by setting the stage, if you will, right? So again, it was midnight last night, right? My wife was fast asleep. The house was completely dead quiet. And I was standing right here, actually, in front of the lens, staring at a blank screen. Now, I originally had a perfect, beautifully polished script ready to go, right? It was filled with the exact same polite, generic nonsense you hear at those exhausting weekend leadership functions or, hotel parties, right? And you know what? For a moment, I felt physically sick to my stomach, right? I realized that if I delivered that sanitized, corporate-approved trash, I'd be committing the ultimate marketing sin. I'd be lying to the one person who actually needs the truth, right? And that's when that's when I almost turned off the lights and essentially walked away from the camera entirely, right? Because telling the raw truth in the home business space is dangerous sometimes, right? It gets you uninvited from the cool kids table, right? But then I looked at the actual automation systems, the real funnels and the digital leverage that I've been quietly building behind the scenes. I realized I couldn't keep it a secret just to protect old school feelings, right? You deserve the real game. So let's be brutally honest about the first major illusion keeping you trapped in your home business, right? The myth of fake work. That's the first thing. I mean, look, scrolling through social media for 3 hours, leaving value comments on strangers' profiles, right? Updating your list of your 100 closest acquaintances. None of this is you building an empire. None of that, right? That does not equate to you building your business. It is disguised procrastination, if you ask me. It's fake work designed by companies to make you feel productive while your personal bank account stays completely flat, right? If your daily business activities require you to act like an annoying digital panhandler, then I'm sorry, my friend, you don't own a business. You own a high-stress, zero-pay hobby, right? Which brings me to the second truth that you have to swallow in this industry, right? You need to choose tools over teasers. What do we mean by that, right? Well, the old guard absolutely loves to tell you to create, curiosity by posting vague, embarrassing status updates about your amazing new lifestyle opportunity. Listen, I get it. I used to do that too, right? And you know what I found out? It is exhausting, to say the least. And frankly, it looks desperate, right? Sophisticated people don't buy vague mysteries. They buy predictable systems, right? That's what they buy into. When you lead with a high value digital infrastructure, including, automated funnels that sort the serious prospects from the tire kickers before you ever jump on a call, when you hit that, you instantly flip the power dynamic in that conversation, right? You stop chasing and you start selecting. And this brings me to the truth number 3, which is what I call the margin matrix. So true business independence isn't just about matching your current job's income, right? Yeah, I mean, that's a good initial goal, right? We all want to have an income source that frees us or liberates us from our 9 to 5, right? So that we can say, goodbye, boss, right? But here's the catch with that goal is that if you finally make whatever, 10 grand a month, but you have to spend 80 hours a week babysitting an unmotivated team or cold calling leads at dinner time, or posting on social media or sliding into people's DMs, then again, you haven't achieved true freedom, right? You've essentially just traded one corporate boss for 100 tiny demanding ones, right? True freedom requires margin. I'll say that again. True freedom requires margin. That means building asset-driven funnels that do the heavy lifting for you, that do the presentations, the selling for you, if you will, right? All while, you're spending actual quality time with your family. And listen, don't hear what I'm not saying, please, right? I'm not saying there's no work involved, right? That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, there's an initial investment of time, effort, and money involved to get things, set up, running, configured, all that good stuff, right? But once it's up and running, that's when the magic happens, right? That's when you're able to start generating something worth 100 times more than money. And that's time or margin, right? Your business systems free you up for more important things like, I don't know, building your next low-cost ticket item, right? Or adding an upsell to your existing sales funnel, right? Or just taking, I don't know, a random Tuesday afternoon off with your kids at the park because you can, right? Because you have that time freedom, because you invested that initial time and money and effort into building the system, because that's how you build your business. That's what we're talking about here, right? And the last thing that I want to talk about is how you have to, right? Adopt the sovereign mindset. You know what I found? To win in the modern era, right? You have to stop asking for permission from traditionalists, right? Who are still living in 1999, right? They will look at automating recruiting and tell you that it lacks a personal touch, right? What they actually mean is they don't know how to use modern digital tools, so they want you to stay stuck in the mud right next to them, right? Don't fall for it, right? The moment you decide to protect your time like a hawk is the exact moment that your business actually starts paying you like a business. Are you with me? Listen, I'll pause right here for a second. I want to ask you a completely straight question, right? And I want your unfiltered, undivided, like I want your honest answer, right? Drop it in the comments below. Have you ever felt that sick, sinking feeling in your gut when a business mentor told you to reach out to an old acquaintance that you haven't spoken to in 5 years, right? Drop in the comments right now and tell me if you've been forced into doing that kind of fake work, right? Because listen, I feel your pain on that, right? I've been there before and I found that it just doesn't work out for me, right? I feel like even though I have no agenda per se, right? I feel like I have an agenda because at the end of the day, you technically do, right? I mean, listen, you can keep playing the old school game, or you can decide today that your time is worth more than a slow march to failure, right? If you remember absolutely nothing else from this video, write this down on a sticky note and paste it to your monitor, okay? Write down tools build empires and teasers build exhaustion. Did you get that? Listen, if you're ready to stop doing fake work and want a front row seat to see the actual automated machinery that I'm using to build an independent residual income stream without begging friends or hosting hotel parties, then you need to see what I call the exit ramp. right? I've put together a shockingly candid private guide that lays out the entire blueprint for you step by step. Now, I'm not going to give you a soft sales pitch here, right? Follow the link in the description below right now, grab the guide, and look at the math yourself. It's your move. It's up to you. Take it or leave it. It's that, all right? So that's it for today. Remember, information without execution is just a hobby. And you didn't click on this video because you needed another hobby. You clicked because you're ready to build something that lasts. So go hug your kids and then go and do the work. But first, don't forget to hit the link in the description for your free guide, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Let's get to work, guys. Take care. Bye.